Hi friends, and welcome back to the Baseball Card Illustrated channel. I'm Bronko, the PSA 11, and this is the first card show of the year. We're in Oak Creek, Fat Daddy's Card Show. We're setting up a table, gonna have a whole bunch of fun. Right now it's time for me and my buddy Showtime to do the loading process. Not quite as much fun, but we'll get inside, show you what we got set up, and have a great time here at Fat Daddy's Card Show. And just like that, everything is set up, ready to go. A little bit before the start of the show. It begins at 9 o'clock on the first Saturday of every month, and it goes until either 3 or 4 o'clock. Well, most people start to clear out around 2, to be perfectly honest. So here's kind of a look. We got baseball, Brewer stuff, a lot of local Buck stuff, even some Packers things here. And here's something new I'm going to try for this show. We've got local products. Jalen Johnson, who played at a local high school and is now with the Atlanta Hawks. And Patrick Baldwin Jr., who you may have seen PBJ at his first peanut butter and jelly sandwich of his life. And a new thing I'm going to start here is picking a card that I think will and will not sell. So today I'm going to go with this Brandon Woodruff autograph from Gallery, $10. I think that's a really good deal. I think somebody's going to like that price. So that's the one I think will sell. And I'm going to guess that this Pat Connaughton card here will not sell. But we'll see what happens. We're in for a fun day here in Oak Creek. I've showed you my table, and I've made a couple sales here in the early going. I'm going to show you my buddy Showtime's table. We're actually sharing today, and he's got some stuff out as well. I think it's all baseball. I haven't had it, except for those football boxes there on the left. I haven't had a chance to really look into it too in depth, although I did make a trade with him earlier, and I'll talk a little bit about that later in the show video here. But this is what Showtime has to offer during the show this morning here in Oak Creek. So I've done a little bit more buying than I have in more recent shows. So I'll show you this collection. We got Chris Middleton, an autograph here of the Bucs superstar. We got Bobby Portis, because everybody here loves Bobby. And one of my favorite players as a kid, Super Sid, Sidney Moncrief. I don't think I've ever actually had a card that I'm going to put in my case before, but I'm really excited to put that one in there. I've got a couple autographed jerseys of Sidney Moncrief at home. Those will never be on my table, though. Once a show, I like to give you a look around at kind of the scene of what it looks like here. And this is Oak Creek. It's a little bit later on in the show, so the crowd has died down. It's been a pretty steady flow, though. I think most dealers would be happy with the number of people that have come through the doors. There are 5 different rooms full of cards, with anything from baseball, basketball, football to Pokemon and anything else. So it's been pretty successful here, and got a little bit of time left. We'll see if any other deals can happen. It looks like closing time, but stick around. I'll do a recap before the end of this video. However, some people, they've had enough. They collect their cards and they drive home, just leaving their tables and chairs that they've collected and garbage left on the tables without putting it in the garbage can, which is actually on the way out from the facility between the table that they set up at and the exit. Anyway, when I leave, I will collect my table, put it away, collect my stuff, put that away, pick up the garbage around us and put that in the garbage can. Maybe that's just a different way of doing things, and I haven't learned proper show etiquette as a dealer. It's nearing 1 o'clock, and you'll see that Brandon Woodruff is still there. So I was wrong about that, but Pat Connaughton is not off the shelf yet, so I guess I'm 1 for 1. We'll see what happens the rest of the day here. Normally when I'm in Oak Creek, I bring you a card opening with Driller and Yelly, but today I actually recorded a whole bunch of videos that we're going to have the next couple weeks on Name That Player, so you can check that out Monday mornings here on the Baseball Card Illustrated channel. Now, enough about that cheap plug. Let's get back to the cards. I made a few deals throughout the course of the day, probably did a little more trading than I normally do, and one of them included trading a Giannis rookie card for these 2 Bucs legends. On the left, we have Quinn Buckner. On the right, Bobby Dandridge, and a pile of cash. I'd show you that, but I think we all know what money looks like, in exchange for a Giannis rookie card. That'll do it from the Milwaukee Card Show. It's been a pretty successful day. A lot of people came through. The weather held out, so all wins. In January, Wisconsin, that's all you can ask for. Now, let me show you the best purchase of the day. And it's a William the Refrigerator Perry fridge magnet. My trade of the day is this Sean Murphy autograph card. Made a deal with Showtime, who's running the camera right now. And then, wrapping this up, Brandon Woodruff. I thought this was going to sell. This is a really good deal. Still in my possession. but I was right about Pat Connaughton not selling. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I actually intended to show a different Pat Connaughton card that I said I didn't think would sell, and that one actually did. So I might technically be 0 for 2. You can leave a comment and rule on that one for me. Anyway, thanks for tagging along here to Milwaukee in the first card show of 2023. On behalf of Kevin the Diamond King, Dylan, our graphics guru, Showtime, who did the camera work, and don't forget, coming up Monday, we'll have Driller Killer doing Name That Player right here on the Baseball Card Illustrated channel. That'll be the first of basically a 2-part series when he's challenging his daughter Yelly on that series. Anyway, I'm Bronko, the PSA 11. So long, everybody. You've been watching the Baseball Card Illustrated channel.